What's up, y'all? It's Jason Wright from Desire Is Everything podcast. I'm the same flow, same spill every episode. I'm just the artist of life, man. Go ahead, give us a shout, Pop.
Sam Wright, father, brother, friend, licensed insurance agent, creation coach, just trying to help people. I'm not trying, I'm doing. I'm helping people become the best versions of themselves. And in that, they can also create the lifestyle that they desire. And we have a special returning guest today, the young, great
Demond Hicks. So my name is Demond Hicks. I'm a young father, author, and entrepreneur. I appreciate y'all having me again here. I got love for both of these brothers.
Man, we got love for you, dog.
I look at him as a father figure. I always give him this flyer every time I see him. Make me feel good. You know, y'all twins anyway.
tragedy.
But yeah, I appreciate y'all having me back on.
No doubt.
How y'all doing?
We doing great, sir. Doing great. Well, we all was together last night, hanging out at the Indy Night Market. I guess is what the Bicentennial
Unity Plaza.
Unity Plaza, downtown Indianapolis, right next to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Indianapolis is making some things happen, man. For the people that live here, that say there's nothing going on in Indianapolis or that they're so tired of Indianapolis. I mean that life is what you make it. When you're in a city, and I get it. If you've grown up here and you believe that you've done all that you can do in this city, then go spread your wings. No problem with that. But for the people that are here that are that are touching lives and making moves, we gonna continue to make Indianapolis pop. And I'm so glad that they have added a place where people could come and be a community downtown. Like it was last night was probably the best event that we have been to as far as a market.
Absolutely.
And I'll let y'all go from there.
Yeah, go in, man. Go in.
It definitely, last night was definitely eye opener. It was beautiful. Actually, when I came down there just to, support my bro, I came down there. I seen it. I said, "Oh, I'm coming back here." I seen it, but then before the people even came, I said, "Oh, the way it's set up, the way it looked, the aesthetics." And then when I came down there and seen all the beautiful people, it was no issues. I didn't hear no arguments. It was beautiful. People there with their family. It was kid friendly. The setup was beautiful. It was nice. I really enjoyed it.
Indeed.
Man, I give you your props, brother, because like you said, when you came down there, your energy was unmatched.
Yes.
You told me from the gate, you was like, man, I'm finna sell out today. And to see you actually make it happen, the craziest thing ever, bro. Because it's like, I sit back and I watch you work and work and work. And like, it don't stop with you. And your hiatus, man, it was wonderful and it was eye-opening for me. Because even though it wasn't my hiatus, I realized how much time and effort you put into it. Because I didn't see you for about a good 2-3 weeks almost.
Yeah.
And it had been a minute where we was seeing each other every week. We was hitting each other up. But you genuinely took that time to rest. And when I did see you, it was like, he here. And then we was just rapping, man, just about like what your next steps was. And so I think last night, man, it just showed me like you ready, bro. Like whatever come your way. And I mean, we all knew this. But it just continuously show that whenever come, you ready to take it and run with it.
Absolutely, yeah. Because I just realized, when you get the opportunity, you got to go for it. You can't.
Yeah.
I don't really wait for nothing to really just come to me anymore. I'm very, very intentional. You get rewarded when you're being intentional and really, a lot of people just sit back and they just, they kind of wait and we're in a generation where they talk about manifestation a lot. But they don't understand you got to plant that seed, and then you got to harvest it. You got to, work on it. But yeah, last night was beautiful, and that's why I was like, man, come up front. We about to get them to come. Everybody that walk past, we're gonna say, how you doing? Let me show you my product. And so yeah, last night was beautiful. Did sell out.
Indeed.
It was a good moment. Yesterday was a good day.
So there's a couple things I want to talk about real quick. First, give all three of y'all props because, like I said, to be young and to be going after what you're truly passionate about is a beautiful thing, right? So I jumped to this point. I had a flashback last night, right? So when you were in front and you started selling your books, you was doing your thing, you was telling Jason to come up here with you. In '02, right before Jason was born, '03, I started working at Finish Line, right? And I came out the gate, one of them dudes on the sales floor, right? So we had Black Expo came up and My manager was originally from Louisville, and we already know Black Expo is going to be a lot of people in Lafayette Square Mall. This back when Lafayette Square Mall was still the ish. He had one of his employees come out. He's like, "Oh, he gonna run y'all. He this, he that." I'm like, "Man, let him come with it, right?" So what they don't understand is I peep game. I watched what he was doing, and I took his style and I adapted it and made it my own. And so from that point on, I was the guy on the sales floor. So when I saw you bring the sign up there and you was like, "Well, this is some stuff I've learned in sales," man, I had a flashback, man. I'm like, I have to get back to having that eager desire to push our product, to push our brand, to push ourselves. So that was very motivational. But we all know motivation comes and goes. So now I have to be okay. What can I be more disciplined on in order to do the things that you did last night? 'Cause like I said, that was beautiful, man. And like I said, you coached him through it. Hey man, come up here. We're gonna do this. And what happened, y'all? Y'all was feeding off each other energy, and y'all was going crazy. So that was beautiful. The other thing I would say is that y'all didn't let the opportunity pass y'all, because it was slow starting off. Like, so when you wasn't there, it was real slow.
Man,
It
my
was
heart
real
dropped.
slow. But when the opportunity presented itself, as more people started coming, y'all seized the opportunity. And some people never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. I'm gonna say that one more time. Some people never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. And what that mean when I say that is people will always let things pass them by. Oh, no, I can do that next time. Or no, I'll go to the next event. What happens when the next event come? They're going to miss that opportunity again, because that's what they do. Y'all seized the opportunity last night, and I was extremely proud of y'all. Extremely proud of y'all.
And as far as opportunities for the people that's listening, you really do got to take advantage of those opportunities and act now. Like, for instance, the night before that, I had ran into a news reporter, and I was talking to him, and I seen him out there, and I went out there and showed him my book, and he ended up liking it, took him home with him, and I asked to take a picture with him. He ended up giving me his business card and was like, "We could do a potential story on you." And so this was at like 9 o'clock at night, right? So he gave me his card. I seen they got his number on there. I said, okay. So I went to the car, and he was out there doing his little thing. I said,
Yep.
right, I'm gonna send a picture.
Do it now.
I'm gonna send who I am.
Do it now.
On Instagram, boom. And then I sent the email, right? So after he had left, it was probably like 10 o'clock now. He had texted me and was like, "Thanks, man. It was great meeting you. Make sure you send me an email." And then he sent another message like, "Oh, you already did." Yeah.
Hey, go get her.
Yeah.
Do it now.
But nah, what I'm gonna wait till tomorrow? Boy, he might forget about me tomorrow.
Do it now.
But now that he's seen that, he's like, "Oh, he's serious. He already sent it."
Indeed.
And I sent my bio.
Come on.
You got to take advantage of opportunities.
And I commend you again, because I don't know if you remember a conversation we had where you was talking about you was ready to take a rest and take some time off, right? Do you remember the conversation we had?
Yeah,
What'd I tell you?
Yep. You said don't do it.
But why did I say don't do it? You remember what I say why?
Momentum.
You had momentum.
Yeah.
What people don't realize is, okay, let's say you're a farmer, right? And you go out and you plant your seed, you water that seed, it starts to grow, right? When that seed starts to grow and it blossoms, things are going to come to take away from that. You know, you got your insects, you got your critters, they're going to eat your harvest. So what happens if a farmer does all of this and then he goes in the house for 2 weeks and don't check his harvest?
The weeds gonna tear him up.
The weeds gonna tear him up. The insects gonna tear it up. The critters gonna tear it up. So you took a rest, but you didn't rest too long. So your harvest is still there. It's still blossoming. And now you went right back to tilling the ground, planting more seeds, watering more flowers. So you good. But yeah, you don't. Y'all at the age, it's no point in y'all resting too long. We all need it though. Don't get me wrong. But if you're a farmer, you can't rest too long because your harvest will get ate up.
Yeah, not too long. Yeah, that's why this time I didn't really do it as long as I did before. And which, mine was just to figure out, okay, what I'm going to do next. Let me rest. I've been doing a lot of things. Let me rest, get my mind together, get off social media. Because, social media play games with you.
Definitely.
You see people your age, you're like, hey, I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
And also, I felt like a hamster on a wheel, too. That's a different story. But, it definitely benefits. But I got a question for y'all, though.
Talk to us.
Not to change the subject, but...
I love your questions. I'm with it.
So, my question is, and for the people that hear this, too, write in the comments. Y'all answer. What is life teaching you right now?
You want to go? You want me to go?
You can go.
You know, I always got one in the clip. Life is teaching me that it's all on me. It's all on me. Whatever I want to create, whatever I want to do, wherever I want to go, whoever I want to be, it's all on me. It's all about who I'm being in each moment. So let me break that down for people who understand what being means. Right now, I'm being open. I'm being attentive to what y'all saying. I'm being present in this moment. As much ish as I got on my mind, I can be very disconnected, but I'm being present right now. These moments I can't get back. Sitting with three powerful young men, impacting y'all lives and y'all impacting mine. I got to be present in this moment. I have to soak this up and then use this later on, reflect on it later on. So life is teaching me it's all on me. Who am I being in each moment? When I leave here, what am I be when I'm being when I leave? If I'm in a relationship, am I being loving? Am I being compassionate? When I'm just with my kids, maybe it's a one-on-one with Jason. If I'm being attentive to him, am I being a controlling, dominant parent? Am I being angry to him? Or am I being loving, compassionate? It's all about who you're being in each moment. So life is teaching me it's all on me. Who am I being?
It's a thing that I used to type on Twitter. It's like, nobody's coming to save you. And once you really say, I don't know why, like, just as young people, we just feel like something just gonna fall out the sky. Or we feel like something gonna save us. And it's like, nobody's coming to save you.
No.
You literally got to put in the work.
Facts.
It's really all on you.
It's all on you.
Yeah, but that's why I came on with it. Yeah, what's your answer?
For me, I would say patience. At this point in time, life is doing what it do best, and that's life. But my thing is, I'm doing things that I love to do, and I know will change my life. But on the back end, it's still stuff that is bothering me. But the way I feel like it's perspective on it. I can sit there and worry about the stuff that's bothering me and let that destroy me, or I could keep grinding, doing the things I love doing, and as that stuff that's bothering me dwindles down, let it dwindle down and let it just go, and just keep doing what I'm doing. So it's the patience for me because I'm patient with it. I'm not rushing to get out of it. I'm just letting it flow how it flow, and I'm still worrying about the stuff that I need to worry about.
What are you patient for?
Just whenever my opportunity comes.
What opportunity you looking for?
That's a good question. I don't know. I just feel like there's an opportunity for me to be on a bigger scale as far as being able to impact the world. And when that comes, it comes. But I'm being patient. I'm not rushing it or trying to figure out how I can get there faster. Because I don't feel like there's a wrong road for people who are actually going after what they want. I just feel like you got to sit there and you got to figure it out. So if you make a mistake, how you going to come back from that mistake? If you're going somewhere in like the indie night market, like you said, opportunities. You take that opportunity, a free vendor event that people didn't even realize was free. I didn't think it was going to be free until they hit me with that email that this was free. But I take the opportunity.
But guess what?
And look.
And you know what's beautiful about the opportunity you took?
Talk to me.
It gave me an opportunity.
Y'all on to something. And I think what he's trying to get you to do is when he asks you the questions on top of the questions is having a better usage or understanding of the words you're using. Because when you're saying patience in that way, it could be misinterpreted as I'm being patient and waiting on the opportunity to come versus
Going to get it.
Going to get it.
No, for sure.
So I understand what you were saying, where you're saying with the situations that's going on, you're being patient and kind of let that work itself out.
Yeah.
But then in the same sentence, you kind of made it seem like you're being patient on opportunities too. So that's why I think he was.
No, for sure.
Yeah, asking questions on.
And also, because when you said it, I was thinking like, what am I? I'm saying, what would I be patient for, and what am I waiting for? And a lot of opportunities that I'm waiting for is like one of them emails, one of them calls that's gonna change my life dramatically.
But have you put yourself in position that you can wait on that?
I think so.
Yeah, so that's a different kind of patience,
Yeah.
I've already put the work in. I'm gonna wait on a response now, But then in turn, you can follow up again. So say the news reporter that you reached out to, say he don't hit you back in a month, what you gonna do?
Follow up.
Follow up. It's power in the follow up. It's power in the follow through. You shoot the jumper. If you don't miss, I mean, if you miss, what should you be doing? I should be following up, going to get the rebound. So yeah, if he don't hit you back, I should give him a week. Hey man, it's Demond, man. We met it last week. I'm just following up with you. How's your day going? Let's grab lunch.
Yeah,
it's power in the follow up, power in the follow through.
So I got another question for y'all.
Come with it.
So the brand that y'all have, what do y'all see next? Just moving forward.
Woo.
Y'all got the clothing brand. Y'all have the podcast. You're doing events, coaching people.
I see a household name.
Speak on it. Speak that to existence.
Yeah, household name, because truth be told, I don't see anybody else doing this. Like, I mean, it's a chance that somebody is, but I don't see it. And so, like, when you start at the head of it, you got a father and son duo.
Come on now, and little brother.
And then my sister too, who's also a psychology major, who's being a social worker. And we know a thing that's in the black communities, we all need to work on our mental health.
Absolutely.
So once we bring her on and figure out something for her, how she can run her play. We got a mental health specialist, we got a coach, we got a personal development speaker, and then my brother who just take all that in. Game changer. And so when I say household name, I mean, like, personally, I don't feel like it's anything that we can't do. And then we always been big on building a team.
Absolutely.
So like Bass, Clark, those are all people we didn't connected with, ran to play with, and they feeding us, we feeding to them.
Great opportunities.
That's all it is. Collaboration over competition.
Facts.
Man, it's something that I want to say too for the people that's listening. Desire is everything. That's what they always preach and they stand on. For the people that's listening to this and watching this, write in the comments, what does desire mean to you? And if you listening to this, on Instagram, tag them and put what desire mean to y'all. You can plug your Instagrams.
Desire.is.everything. Desire is everything. It was truly divinely inspired. I tell the story that, I'm sitting there one day. I kept getting hit with the word die. D-I-E, die, die, die. What are you telling me, God? What are you telling me, Creator? What are you telling me, universe? Whatever you believe in, Spirit, what are you telling me with this word die? And I doodle, right? So I wrote the word out, die. And so I envisioned the cross, die. So regardless what you believe in, the most well-known story told about somebody's death or sacrifice is that of Jesus Christ, regardless what you believe in. So I drew a cross, and then it finally hit me. Desire is everything. So I drew die, I drew desire is everything. So it was a cross, and I just started, doodling with it, right? I sat on that for about a year. Now at this time, I'm going through different jobs, different things. I've always had a passion for serving people, right? So I was like, man, what am I gonna do with this? I even made a post about it. Like, I got this name, this platform, but I just don't know what I'm gonna do with it. So I said, let me put on a shirt. So from a shirt to thousands of shirts, shorts, sweatsuits, thousands of videos, now to a podcast. My son taking the reins and doing what he does with it. I like I said, he said it best. It's gonna be a movement. We're gonna bring my daughter in. Like I said, we're gonna have a platform where people can come get whatever they need from us, and we're just connecting with people. So desire is everything. And then from that, I had to decide, okay, what does that really mean? Or what does desire is everything mean? Everything starts in your mind, right? Your desire, your want. What is it that you really want out of life? It starts with your thoughts. So once you figure out, okay, I desire to help other people. Now I have to decide, okay, how do I achieve that desire? And oftentimes things in your life have to die. D-I-E. Complacency, laziness, bad eating habits, hanging with the wrong people. You have to sacrifice things daily in order to achieve that ultimate desire. My desire is to simply help people discover, cultivate, and share their desire for greatness. And so in doing that, I have to die to things daily so that I can be on my mission, I can stay focused, and I can be intentional about doing what I need to do to serve other people. Die.
Preach.
Hey,
what does desire mean to you?
what does desire mean to me? While he was saying that, I almost looked up the definition just to get a greater definition of it?
Look it up.
Because before I answer, I just like to know a deeper definition.
No, you got to.
Indeed.
Because when you was talking as well, I was thinking desire. What's the desires of your heart? That was like
Scripture. Yeah.
It says a strong feeling of wanting to have something or wishing for something to happen.
Okay. So mine is to really inspire the younger Demonds. And what I mean by that is the young black men that's not in the streets, that do want better, because they don't have a lot of people that they can look up to, or a lot of people that come into schools and really preach. So I want to be the young Demonds that, you know, feel left out most times. Because, you know, me and you always speak, me, you, and Tyrus, we don't talk about we come from the hood or anything, you know. So it's like the young black men that are like us I want to inspire them as well. But I just want to be the reflection and let them know that, you know, it's possible to be positive, and it's possible to do things that you want to do. And so my desire is to really inspire, really, really inspire, and just, be a reflection of them. They can look at me and be like, dang.
Desire, inspire, and impact.
Yeah.
They doing that right now, bro. I mean, shoot, myself. Man, I was looking up to you for a minute, bro. And I mean, I still am every day, bro. But it's
definitely same here.
But even before I like met you, and I had followed you on Instagram, and I was like, okay, he got something going on. And then you had your art show. That's like the craziest memory is just seeing you like throwing these events. And I don't think I came around to like the third one. Yeah. And it was like, bro, like ever since then, life just has been skyrocketing.
Yeah, I mean, because I realized like the year before, I was hitting up a lot of people. Man, let me be a part of this. Man, let me collab with you on this. And then okay, create my own opportunity.
Yep.
You got to
create my own table. And then when I create my own opportunity and my own table, I'm gonna bring my people on.
Facts.
Create opportunity for them, and just continue to build the platforms and build people personal brands, build people confidence. Like each event, like last night, threw my confidence through the roof.
Man. and the crazy thing is, bro, because the last two events I did, shout out to Omni Fitness, Ryco Fit, and Scruggs LLC, and then Creators Haven, my boy Chris over there. I did those two events the same day. So Omni Fitness, they had a breakfast or brunch and boot camp. And so it was like their 2-year anniversary, and they had vendors there, and obviously the brunch, and then they had a workout. So after the workout, and then you eat brunch, you come and shop. So I did that, racked up a decent amount of sales. So I was already feeling myself. So that was in the morning. So then my second event was later that night at Creators Haven, new photography studio off of 71st. And I'm in there, we vibing, you know, they got the performers, they got a couple other vendors. People just keep coming. So I had it like probably racked up about a good 10, 15 sales at the end of the night, if not more. And so I was feeling myself. So I put on Instagram, I was like, hey, appreciate all the support. Die Fam finna, like y'all gonna know who Die Fam is real soon. Because I finally figured out like what it was and how to get people to, you feel me, buy into your product. Make it simple and make it recognizable.
Absolutely.
That's all it is. And so once I figured that out, I was like, okay, bet. So then yesterday, like my pop said, it started out real slow. And so like, man, my heart, my heart was dropping. I was like, and I wasn't, because like I said, it's really a perspective on it. So when my pops told me, like back when I did the one in March, the sneaker convention in March, he was like, never get upset that you don't make a sale or you don't get what you expect to get out of it, because it might always be an opportunity that comes up later from you just being in that moment.
Absolutely.
So in the first 2-3 hours when it was real quiet, I'm over here getting down. Like at first I was getting down. I was like, man, I hope we at least get a sale or something. We at least talk to somebody. But I'm always thinking, just what if you're in the right place at the right time? Regardless of what the situation may be, you just here.
Only take one person.
Only take one person.
Yeah.
But then when it started rolling, and I'm like, man, I preached this a couple weeks ago. Like, y'all gonna know who Die Fam is, because I'm here. I'm showing up. I've been doing these events for months on end, running up my mileage on my car, being here, being at my pop's crib, figuring out, okay, what I'm gonna take to this event, loading up, the sweat, the tears. I was out there from 2 to 10. That's a full-time job.
Facts.
So if you could give somebody advice on getting their name out there, their brand, what would it be?
Go to the people.
That was perfect.
Go to the people. That's it. And I figured that out from trial and error. I'm big on social media. Like I love social media because I know what it can do for you. But if you don't get that instant gratification or you don't get those results in the first 2-3 months, you ain't and you stuck there, you're not gonna be able to make nothing out of yourself. Or not, let me not say out of yourself, but out of what you're trying to accomplish.
I agree. I see a lot of people want to know how to grow a personal brand, or a lot of people want to know how to get out there, or how do you get the followers, how do you get people to engage.
Go to the people. That's it.
In person. Social media is cool. Once I started going to events and getting to meet people in person, they can feel my energy and meet me in person is different.
Dude, that's it. And the crazy thing is, like, I've always wanted a lot of followers on Instagram just because it get, like, back then it would give you that celebrity status or that blue check, how whatever people put on it now. But I never understood, like, how to get it. And so, you know, they tell you the reels, they tell you be consistent uploading. But dude, I just hit, so I think a couple weeks ago I hit 2,000. Then the week after that, like this week, I just hit, gained 100 more. But it's just from me being out in the field with people. And I think back in March, I probably was at about a good 12 to 1,300. But now here it is, I didn't gain about 700 followers, 700, 800 followers. And I got the facts to prove it because it show you your insights. But the thing is, what I changed was being in the right place at the right time. And like you said, going to the people.
In person. Winning in real life.
In real life.
In real life.
A lot of people forget that because social media, it seemed like it's social media, but you're in person meeting these people, in pictures with these people, then they're reposting you, then they're like, who that guy? I've been seeing him everywhere.
Everywhere. And that's the thing is, because how I was raised, my mom would always tell me, if you don't know the person, don't follow him. Which I mean, at a younger age, it makes sense. But now it's like, okay, I don't know what this person has to offer me. So at that age, I understood it, but I see it in real life. Because if I'm just following, say somebody with 4,000 followers and they following about 1,000 or 800 people, and that's just off rip, if they don't like what they see on my page and they don't already know me, chances are they probably not going to follow you back. But if I met them in real life, hey, my name just sound right, that's what I do, and we just having a genuine conversation.
It's different,
As soon as I hit that follow button, bro, I'm finna follow you back right now. Yeah. And they'll tell you this straight to your face.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, it's different in person. And you never know, again, you might be talking to somebody and you really don't know who he is, but he love your energy. You go on Instagram, got 100,000 followers and can change your
can change your whole life.
Just for you from that person.
And the crazy thing is, I would rather have the followers that I met in real life because they support me more.
Oh yeah.
Because I met somebody at the 2 people at the Artway show. Now, I don't remember their names, but I remember their Instagram names. But ever since I met them at the Artway show, they comment on my stuff. They like my stories. They support me. But it's people that I ain't never met, but they've been following me for years.
Building relationships.
So, I got another question. I ain't trying to change the
subject. No, come on.
Do your thing.
This is a question I love to ask older black men. So, this question is for you.
Tragedy. No.
So, my question, I love asking this question. I mean, I ask all black men that I see that's older because I live to the age that we're trying to get to.
Indeed.
And so the question is, what advice would you give to just a young black man in general? Sorry, ladies.
That's a I ain't gonna say a loaded question. That's a question where it's, you know, it could be many different answers. Yeah. Wow, that's a good question. I would say be focused on making good decisions, great decisions. And this is something I taught Jason at a young age. You make one bad decision, it can change the trajectory of your life. That doesn't mean you don't make mistakes. We all gonna bump our head. We all gonna make mistakes. But you have to be conscious of the decisions that you make, because one bad decision can change the rest of your life. Who are you hanging with? What are you consuming? It could be food. It could be mental. What you put in your spirit. What are you consuming? What lifestyle are you living? Are you a gun-toting, weed-smoking, drug-dealing? Or are you really someone who wants to do better, who wants to be the best version of you? And that's kind of hard to decide at a young age. But if you have any sense or you have anybody around you that's doing well or making good decisions, attach yourself to them. Keep them in your circle because, and I believe you told a story about being in the car with the wrong people. I've been in many bad situations growing up, and it's not that I wasn't raised right. Both of my parents, I was raised from one point I lived with my mother, other point I lived with my father. But my parents both preached, making good decisions, be respectful, all that good stuff, right? But you still, as a young man, you want to live your life. So I've done it all. I've sold this, sold that, smoked this, drunk that. I did it all. But I was always conscious of certain decisions. I've had a couple run-ins with the law, nothing major, but enough to where it cost me thousands of dollars, wasted time. And so from those mistakes, I learned, I was able to learn, okay, I don't need to be doing this. I got, one child now, so I got to do this. Now I got two children, so I need to do this. Now I have three children. I got to do this. I have to make better decisions for our legacy altogether. But the decisions you make can change the trajectory of your life. So I would say just be more focused on the decisions that you're making, because all it takes is to get pulled over and you with your boy, and he throw the weed on you, he throw the gun on you, and then what you looking like? It's over with. You're in the system. It's gonna cost you thousands of dollars, and now if you do get out, you got a record. So that's why I would tell you, you got to make sound decisions. We all make mistakes. Just don't make real bad decisions.
I'll say put an emphasis on the word decisions. Because decisions roots from obviously decide, and decide roots from D and then, or day and then side. When you decide something, you're cutting off all possibilities. So all other possibilities, but if you make a choice, then you can always go back. But like you said, that one car, and once you decide to get in that car, whatever comes with it.
It comes with it.
Comes with it. Ain't no going, like you said, ain't no going back. When you think about your decisions and your choices, a lot of them is decisions, but we treat them like they choices. We treat them like we can go back. We can't go back.
Bars.
Bars. So, like I said, think about your decisions like he said.
Okay. I like that now because I always get different answers, and if y'all young black man that is listening to this, I challenge you to do that. Whenever you see an older black man, ask him what advice would he give to a young black man, because they got to an age that we all trying to get to, and they got some knowledge on something.
Yeah, I tell you how I ended up in Indianapolis. Right, I had family here. My late grandfather, Gerald Lewis, was in Indianapolis. So I used to come down here to see him, and then I had an auntie who stayed here, and I would come down to summers to be with her. So going through high school, playing around in high school, never really made my mind what I wanted to do. I came here to Lincoln Tech when they were on, it was Stadium Drive, then Indiana Avenue. Real small campus, didn't like us, only here 4 months, went back to South Bend, right? And again, got into the lifestyle, and, started getting in some problems, with, different people, and, just how the streets is, right? So I tell people, God gave me 3 options. He said, I got 3 spots for you. I got the jail, I got the grave, or I got out of South Bend. Which one you want? I chose number 3. Get me out of here. Absolutely. And so when I got here, never missed a job, always had money, still hustled a little bit. But like I said, that decision to leave South Bend saved my life. Saved my life. There's no way you can convince me that if I would not have left South Bend, I'd be alive right now. Period. So the decisions you make, I put to death all other options. I'm out of here. I'm heading out. So that's how I end up in Indianapolis. And like I said, it's been a beautiful time since I've been here. I don't regret a decision.
Absolutely. I got another question, and it's for the listeners as well. This for both of y'all. What do you do when you don't want to keep going? When you feel like, giving up? For the listeners, for the people that want to give up right now, and I feel like they ain't got no hope left, and feeling depressed right now.
Truth be told, man, I don't know the last time I felt like I wanted to give up. I mean,
how do you stay in that mindset then? I mean, like, what continue to keep you positive mentally?
It's bigger than me. It don't even got to be like positive, because like I think everybody had a day. Like it's gonna be days where you down, days where you don't feel like doing stuff. But at the end of the day, it's bigger than me, and that regardless if that's me coming out here and getting in people's faces, letting them know, or just going to the gym. I always feel like it's bigger than me. It's even though it benefits me and it brings fulfillment, it's gonna be bigger than me at the end of the day. I can impact. It's way too many people's lives I can impact for me to give up at 20. And the people that I had in my life ain't never gave up on me. So why would I start now? Because truth be told, it had been times where I didn't been a knucklehead in school, and my dad could have said, "Man, you gonna keep making these decisions on you." My mom could have said, "You gonna keep making these decisions on you." But they didn't. They didn't give up on me. So why would I give up on the kids who just making kid decisions, who don't know no better?
Indeed.
When I can show them. So that's why I don't feel like I can. I haven't felt like I can give up in a long time.
I like words, and I heard you say show them, and a lot of people forget that part. A lot of people tell people to do stuff, but it's a difference when you can show them. Like you tell your brother little stuff, but he's sitting back seeing what you're doing. You showing him. Lead by example. It's like your pops. He tell you stuff, but he's showing you.
Literally.
He's showing up. He's right there with you.
In the field. What they say, he in the field with me. In the trenches. And the crazy thing is,
that was another great question. Another loaded one. I would, first of all, if it's anybody, listening to this, watching this, wherever you're at, if you feel like giving up, if you need some coaching, you need somebody to talk to, we're a phone call away, a DM away. Again, desire.is.everything on Instagram. Phone number, I don't care, putting out there, 317-289-2364. If you feel it that way, you definitely need to talk to me. Because we've all, I would say, at my age, we've all felt that way. So I would say one thing that keeps me focused on not giving up is my why. My why is my family. My 3 children, my lady, my brothers, my sisters, nieces, nephews, my circle. That's my why. If I give up now, what stories does that tell them? And then another thing I preach is your obedience is tied to someone else's destiny.
Can you elaborate?
Your obedience is tied to someone else's destiny. We all have a calling on our life. We all have a purpose. We all exist to serve. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, what you were created to do, then you will affect someone else's destiny. You were created to impact someone else's life. The things you go through in life are not for you. They're for the people that you were created to impact. You were created to impact and influence people. So if you give up now, you're being disobedient and you're going to change someone else's life for the worse. So that should be your why. That should be why you keep going, because you were created for someone else.
Hey, that one right there gave me chills. Like, for real.
It's deep.
My mind just be...
That's real.
While you just saying that, it just made me think about so many different things, even with Bass behind the camera. By him going after his purpose and the thing that he want to do.
He helping us.
Here.
He helping us.
And if he wasn't doing that, who would be, Who
would be doing it? Quality might not be as good. Might not have the obedience, the servitude that he has, the passion that he has, the heart that he has. We all are in this moment for a reason. Your books. If someone's not reading your book, how does that change their life? So the fact that you were obedient, the fact that you were diligent, the fact that you were intentional, the fact that you are consistent in not only putting out one book, putting out 2 books, now putting out a 3rd book. How many lives you can't quantify the amount of people that you impact, because it just continues to go on and on. So one person reads your book, they give it to somebody else, or they learn something from your book, and then they touch millions of people. All from reading your book. You can't quantify that. So your obedience is tied to someone else's destiny. So you have to do what you were created to do in order to impact the lives you were created to impact. You got to be obedient.
I believe Jordan Peterson says it. He says there's no short supply of success.
None.
But I feel like if
you gotta say that again.
There's no short supply of success.
None.
Wow.
So even if you take out the word success, and there's no short supply of money. There's no short supply of impact. It's 8 billion people in the world right now. And then whatever these aliens, if we got aliens and they can understand English, whatever the case may be, how many other people we can impact or whatever we can impact, you can change one life and that one life can change millions.
Period.
Or you can change 1 million and that one life and those 1 million lives can change 5 billion.
Yeah, you can't quantify it.
Yeah.
You'll never know. Let's say Martin Luther King, right? How many lives he's impacted? Malcolm X, how many lives they impact? Let's say that it was a janitor, not even Martin Luther's father. Let's say it was a janitor in his elementary school that said something to him, said one thing to him that made him become Martin Luther King. The rest was just up to him to be diligent and to be intentional to do the things he need to do. So this janitor who we'll never know has impacted all these lives because he impacted Martin Luther King. So you can't quantify it. You can't put a number on it. Never will be able to. But Martin Luther King had to be obedient to what he was created to do. And thankfully, whoever it was that impacted him, we'll never know, but they did.
Absolutely. It's funny, I just thought about Tyrus when you were talking.
Mm-hmm.
You say, everybody have value. Oh, this is close.
There you go. Everybody somebody.
But he was like telling me one day, it's like everybody has value. He was like, think of it like money. You know, penny has a value. If you don't got that penny, it won't make it $1.
Something as simple as that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But, so I want to say this too for the people that's listening. In the comments, put what keeps you going. So other people that's listening to this can, see that it's people that's going through the same thing and they can be able to relate to you. You know?
Indeed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's ask you a question. How do you interpret success?
I think mine is how my daughters view me.
Beautiful.
How my daughters view me. And by me being intentional about what I be teaching them and showing them, I think I'm already on the right track of doing that. Because I teach my daughters. She surprised me the other day. I was in the car and I asked her questions just to test her and stuff. So I was like, what your daddy, what do your daddy do? Like, what is he? And she said an author. And I didn't think she would remember that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it kind of threw me off. Like, dang. Okay. But yeah, just my success is when I'm gone, my daughters, and also my son, is like, they like, yeah, I'm inspired by my dad. My dad did this and this for us. And that'll be success for me. Also, just all the rest of the things, though, just being the best dad that I can be all around.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's your responsibility.
That was a good question, though.
Yeah,
Made
beautiful.
me think.
You want to touch on that?
How do I interpret success? For me, I feel I would base it on how many lives I can impact.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that can be one life. If I impact one life, I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But how many lives I can impact?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like you said, my obedience can be tied to somebody else's destiny.
Mm.
So if I'm out here living how I'm supposed to live and putting out the content that I'm supposed to put out, putting out the messages, going to the people, putting the word in people, and they get a spark, and if they impact 1 million people, now I can only impact 5, so be it.
Indeed.
But I'd rather do that than sit here and just let life pass me by and just wait for a green check or whatever the case may be come, and then call that success when I'm not happy or I'm not fulfilled inside.
So what made you want to inspire other people?
I don't know, man. I've never been like a negative person or just somebody who just wants to sit back and let other people, just like be a follower to like everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like growing up, I would just have teachers in my ear. Jasson, you're a leader. Jasson, you're this. So I don't know why you're doing this.
Mm.
And then I come home, my parents telling me the same thing. You're a leader, so why are you out here doing this or acting like this?
That sit with you, don't you?
It sit with you
Especially when you keep hearing it from all different types
all
of people,
different people.
not just your parents, teachers.
And I'm like, and this is even why I'm like cutting up. Like, I'm a leader. Like, but as a child, you don't think about that.
You really are, man. Like we were just talking yesterday, me and Jamal was like, man, I couldn't imagine how your dad just feel out there yesterday. All your guys, I said, we didn't even think about this. We was all there just supporting you.
And I thought about that this morning, bro. Like, I genuinely like looking at the pictures we took.
But get this. This what I was getting to. You 20. You had 25-year-olds out there supporting you.
Impactful.
Man, you trying to make me cry, bro.
Impactful.
You know how, you know where you at mentally to have older guys coming around you and just just being there to support you, and we there chilling. We ain't going nowhere.
Show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Yeah, bro. Y'all changed my life, man, for the better.
Yeah,
bro.
you are a leader, bro, and a lot of people looking at you and a lot of people seeing you.
Appreciate you.
You came in, you going hard within the city.
That's what I gotta do, man. And it's crazy because it's like I couldn't imagine this 5 months ago. Like, really, and I ain't gonna say my purpose, but my whole mindset 5 months ago was push the clothing brand. That's all it was. But what I preach on is March 11th when I went to Got
Chicago.
Sold, and it didn't go how I wanted it to go. That was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Very necessary.
Change the whole perspective.
Changed my whole perspective. Because we was talking about it before the episode. I forgot what your question was, but I told you I push me first, and the brand gonna come.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's how all
You are
these.
your brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not who people define me as. That's just something, a quality of me.
I like that.
So when people see me, oh, just sound right. He's done this, but then he also has Diaphragm, Desires Everything podcast. So then people gonna support.
Yeah.
Because the works that I've done in the people's lives that I've changed. But I wouldn't have got there if I wouldn't have put myself in the right positions.
Absolutely.
Big facts.
Man.
So kudos to y'all, man, for constantly supporting. Because even the small things, bro.
Y'all came to my book launch, man. I was happy to look.
Man, we turned up, brother.
Still hate I missed it.
Nah, man, he always there. He always everywhere, always popping up. I be telling him, I was like, man, every time you come, I be feeling like my pop's there. I told you, the father figure.
I got you.
And yeah, man, like it made me realize that y'all family and the people that you look for, they don't come. But that's one thing I have to be real with myself is the people that's not there, to me, they just don't care. And it is what it is. But the people that is there, they care and embrace that. Embrace them people and appreciate the people that is there.
Facts.
Also, just on another tip, just real quick, that's what I realized about social media. I have another page that got a whole lot of followers, but they don't know me. So they're not engaging, they ain't commenting on there. But the people that is on my page, they know me. They're following our journey. They following your journey, people that's on your page. So they engage different because they seen the levels that you're going up to. It's a journey that they watching.
Facts.
But yeah, gotta appreciate what you do have.
Yeah.
Not worry about what you don't.
Man, because and that's where I was at for a minute, bro. Like, I would just sit on myself like, man, why these people that I grew up with ain't supporting me? Why you feel me? Like, whatever the case may be. But it's like, bro, it's just you not putting yourself around the right people.
Never worry about those who don't support you. Focus on those who do.
Facts.
Absolutely. And really, really embrace that. I sat there, asked myself that question too. I see a family member go get their hair, nails, feet,
Dude.
makeup to go see a rapper. I just did an event. Oh, I ain't had nothing to wear.
You got something to wear for that concert? Or did you go get something to wear?
I ain't have a babysitter. My kids is ready.
But again, it's a worry over a focus. It's a worry over
absolutely.
focus. We use the word, we give the word worry too much power.
Mm-hmm.
Focus. What you focus on grows.
Mm-hmm.
So if you focus on those who ain't helping you, that's going to grow inside of you, and you won't be able to produce. But if you focus on the things that are helpful to you, the things that are pushing you forward, you can't help but to grow. Like I said, it's just like the farmer. You focusing on planting your seed, watering it, tilling the whatever you do that comes along with farming. You focus on that, it has to grow. So just focus on what grows. Focus on what you need to. Be all right.
And just appreciating it, because I remember when I had first started my podcast, I remember I had like 3 listeners for the first episode. was happy in a mug.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. Yeah.
Anything else, Netflix, all the
Appreciate
stuff that's
y'all.
on. You took the time to listen to my podcast.
Shout out to my 3.
Hey, for real.
Hey.
Appreciations.
And them appreciations to get you to the next level.
Yeah.
Again, when I first did one of my first events, I had 8 people there, and I embraced it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember putting on Facebook. I said, "Yeah, I did a night. I had a successful small event." Man, them comments told me, "Don't ever call your stuff small."
No, not at all.
Big event. Talk about small.
We don't do little. We don't do small.
Yeah, that's like you need to change.
You think small, you get small.
Yeah, absolutely.
Indeed.
Dang.
Indeed.
Man, I appreciate you for being here, brother.
Man, this is a great conversation.
Man,
Come on,
man, trying to tell you.
Hey, bro, this
Got
is,
me over here thinking about some things.
man, this is a good therapy session, man.
Indeed.
It felt good. That's why I reached out to you, because I was like, man, I got a whole brother. My brother got a whole podcast. Let me hit him up, man.
Yeah, man.
It's
Feel
good.
good.
Yeah, anytime, bro. We don't be tripping on that, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate you for letting me come on, for real.
No, man, appreciate you asking.
Yeah, absolutely.
We family, dog. Well,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
it's another episode of the Desire Is Everything podcast.
You know I gotta end it off now. Stop
My
that.
fault. Go, hey, well, shout out your stuff, man. Shout out your book.
Yeah,
We still ain't
give
even
us
shout
that.
out your last 2 books.
Okay, I'll do it real quick. Yep, so my name is Demond Hicks again. You can get my books on Amazon. You have to type my name and type up what it is. So Keys to Elevate, Demond Hicks. And then the Mindset Shift, Demond Hicks. And then also I have one more that just published. It was dedicated to my sister. It's a woman journal. And Embrace and Heal, Empowering Women's Journal, Demond Hicks. You can find all this on Amazon. Also, you can just click the link in my bio on Instagram, which is _ I am Demond. Yes, sir. Thank y'all again for having me.
Extremely proud of you, sir. I'm in the room with 3 young, phenomenal, dynamic black men. 3 phenomenal human beings. 3 attractive human beings. When I say attractive, I mean this. You have to become attractive so that you can attract success. So when I say attractive, I mean this. You have 3 men in here who are dedicated to their craft. They have put the work in to be in this room, to be in other rooms, to be at events, to actually produce and put out quality product. From media, to books, to events, to clothing, to speaking. Whatever they decide they want to do, they can do. They're attractive because they have put the work in. So now they will attract success. So if you want to be successful, become attractive. Add value to yourself. Put the work in. Read. Go to events. Get coaching. Become attractive in order to become successful. If you become attractive, you'll attract success. This has been another episode of Desires Everything podcast. I'm so grateful to be in this room with these 3 young men. And we coming, y'all. We coming. Desires everything.
Die.